Hey guys, welcome back to Steel Streams. I'm Gracie, and today we're doing a Let's Play of Detective Grimoire. I learned how to say it rightly in part 1, and we're starting right where we left off, actually, in kind of the same recording session. It makes it easy, makes it fun for me to do it. I can just knock all these out pretty quickly. We're about 10% of the way through. We just got done talking to Vincent Vanderpeer? And he was a bit of a sketchy character. He didn't really want to talk to us. We found out that he really wasn't here for very long. I am going back to the crime scene only because I didn't realize that I could walk up to the door.
I can't get in here without a key.
No, okay, I can't. Alright, so we're going to be heading back. Maybe we'll go towards the arrow, or maybe we'll go back to the cafe. This guy here, big man, what's his name? Bobby, he gave us some information about Richard, that he had seen him the night before his murder in the cafe. So maybe somebody in the cafe maybe also saw him, maybe ran into him, maybe spoke to him. We'll go see. We still have about another 5 suspects to pull up. But right now we know that it's not some mystical creature named Boggy. We know that somebody is setting poor Boggy up. And claiming that he's the murderer, which we know he's not.
I don't think it's a window, but this hatch is shut at the moment. I can't. This side of the museum is surrounded by blue and red flowers.
The same as the ones that we saw on the footpath. So maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe
that museum is quite a nice building, which makes it look even more out of place in a swamp.
I don't know. It's kind of sideways.
Being held up in wooden supports, it's bizarre.
It's falling apart. I wouldn't say it's a nice building.
That's the logo for Boggy's Bog. So, I'm guessing this museum is an official part of the tourist attraction.
It's interesting for there to be a tourist attraction based on just one sighting. Though I guess the Loch Ness Monster, Loch Ness is just a regular loch in the middle of Scotland, but because there's this whole mythology around it, they do get a lot of tourists. I've actually been to Loch Ness. That
museum is quite a nice building. Which makes it look
Okay, maybe there's something in the water?
It's a stepping stone path that goes past the museum and into the woods.
Why is it going into the woods?
So glad I'm wearing my best shoes today.
Let's see. Anyways, yeah, I've actually been to Loch Ness. I got to do some traveling in Europe and the UK. Ooh, sorry, I bumped my microphone. There's less light back there. Those trees are getting thicker and thicker. Okay. So right now there's not much we can do here. So I think oh, wait, can I follow the path? I can follow the path. What is this? Oh, that looks fun.
The water's clear here. I can see my reflection in it. Not bad.
Okay.
The water's clear here.
Okay.
It's like a little forest back here.
Yes, that's why it's called woods. Where on the map are we? Let's see. Okay, so, ooh, there's some more stuff going on past here. Let's see, can we walk towards it? Cutscenes. Are we sabotaged? Bridge. What is this? Who lives here?
Someone please tell me why there's a house here. Well, the lights are on. Maybe somebody's home.
Maybe somebody is home. We should go see.
The latch is broken on this door. It seems I can fix it with those 3 cogs if I just put them in the right place.
So, if somebody's there, why is the door broken?
I can move the handle at the bottom to try and open the door.
Oh, these cogs. Okay. Right? Oh, we got some big cogs, too. See, if I turn that one should turn these 2. And if I have another big one here, let's see. No, there's something not working. Okay, so those cogs are the same size, so I have 2 cogs that are big, and I have 2 smaller cogs. Maybe the 2 big cogs need to go there, and then... Nope, I need that big cog to be able to reach these 2 smaller ones. So that's in the right spot. I feel like these two small ones will be overlapping, yeah? Those ones... Ooh. Can I put that one there, maybe? No. So that's not big enough to reach. Should be, though. Because those small ones can't reach each other. And I can't move these gray ones. And those block that one. I might end up having to speed up through some of this so that you guys don't have to sit here and watch me try to fiddle with this thing for hours. Okay, it's all about positioning when you're setting it up.
Perfect.
There we go.
I am amazing.
I am amazing. You are amazing, sir. Somebody has a leaf on their head.
You just walked straight into my house, did you?
Yeah, I kind of did. Not exactly. I had to climb up here first. I'm paid to walk into people's houses. Sorry, I would have rung the bell. How did she get in if the door was broken? And how did she not hear me messing around with her door for so long? Do I want to be sassy?
Sorry,
sorry.
I would have rung the bell, but
That is rude.
you don't have one.
That's how you get
Normally,
killed
I
in
have
horror
methods
movies, by the
for
way. It's
dealing
just
with
walking into
unwanted
people's
attention.
houses.
But I can make exceptions
Curiosity
for
killed the
harmless
cat.
idiots.
Do you get any attention up here?
Most of the time, people like to leave me alone. But
I mean, you
don't
do have a
think
leaf on
you're
your head.
going to, are you?
No. I could make an excuse and say it's my job to ask you about last night, but to be honest, I climbed all the way up here and I just like being indoors.
Well, if you insist on staying, I'll tell you. I'm Lady Weybridge, and I think
Really,
you
I
might
couldn't
be
figure that out by
climbing
the
up
giant
wrong
Weybridge in
trees.
front of your text box.
I'm Detective Grimoire, and I
Grimoire.
think I might agree with you.
It's a very fancy name. Let's see. Your job.
What do you do here? Did you work for Richard Remington?
I was living here before that man was even born. And I have absolutely nothing to do with him, or his little tourist attraction.
You don't
You're
seem very happy
exaggerating.
about it.
How long have you been here? Just in this treehouse? What do you do up here?
I've been here longer than anyone. Even longer than, well, anyone.
I like numbers.
Even Boggy?
60 years, something like that.
Okay,
What have
so
you been
she's
doing
been
for
here
that time?
since the Boggy
if you
sighting.
don't mind me asking.
Was she the one that
I
saw
have
him?
many reasons to be here,
It?
but I
You
won't
don't know.
bore you with all the details of my life.
I'm sure there's one detail worth writing down.
I like to study the plants and flowers in this area. I've
That might
learned
explain
many
all the
things
flowers
from them.
everywhere.
Now, what about this little chemistry set you've got on your table?
I wouldn't call it a chemistry set. But if you bring me an object that has liquid on it, or inside it, I'll tell you what that liquid consists of.
Wow. How do you do that?
Chemistry.
A page from Weybridge's book of pressed flowers contained information about all the flowers in the swamp and where they grow. The green and red species only grow around the side door of the museum and can't be found anywhere else. Why is that? And I did find petals everywhere, so somebody was in that bush, right? Maybe it was her, maybe it was the murderer. So this pick is covered in red slime, right? That's covered in a strange liquid slime. That's one of the descriptors. Maybe she can look at it and help me out. I can
Your
present a
job
clue to
is
her.
to ask
Okay.
me about what happened last night.
Do you even know what happened last night?
Last
I
night.
know more than you
I
might
came out here
imagine.
pretty quickly.
Oh, that sounds useful. Can you tell me? What were you doing?
I was here, in my house, by myself.
What else?
That's it.
Thanks. Just Give me a minute to write all this down.
So she has a bit of an alibi. She was here by herself, but nobody to prove it.
Let's see.
This.
First thing we do is put the sample of liquid into the cauldron.
Because maybe figuring out what the green slime is that was also on Remington's body, we can figure out what...
And tap the faucet.
Maybe who it is. And tap the faucet. I love the art style in
And
this.
now,
It's
we just have to match the color of
so
that liquid
cute.
with these ingredients.
It's green. So blue and yellow, right? Yep.
Got it! Now I know what that liquid consists of.
Basic color theory.
I'll write it down in my notes.
Okay, I'm not going to tell her anything because I don't quite trust her yet. I don't quite trust anybody
There's
else.
a whole load of needles and wool on that shelf.
Well, she's an old
Or
woman.
should
She
I
likes
say
to
yarn?
knit.
I just don't know anymore. This is like an oven? Or is it just a boiler? It's so old-fashioned it hurts my brain.
Really? What's this?
I'm indoors. What a treat.
Why is there a piece of paper next to her? There's a window
Check
here.
out that sunlight beaming through the window. It's so bright I should have brought my sunglasses.
I don't know about that.
A little blanket on a little bed in a little house. It makes very little sense.
Why would there... If she lives here, she needs somewhere to sleep.
I'm indoors. Check out that sunlight.
Okay. So I don't...
I'm indoors.
That's interesting. This kind of pattern of the three. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. But the light coming from the oven and the three. And I feel like this game has a lot of nice details, but I'm curious about whether or not that would be a detail that they would throw in. They gotta know that you're gonna be questioning every little thing in this game. It is a detective story, right? Let's see. I don't know.
It feels like I've stepped into nighttime. What happened to the sun?
That's a good point. Where is the sun from her house coming
It
from?
feels like I've...
Was I just in there for a long time? Oh, here's the cafe. So, did I just circle around? Yes, I did. I circled around. So that means that I only have 3 more places to look. I feel like I'm pretty close to meeting all the suspects.
Ah, yes. I heard they were sending somebody over. So you're
A
Detective
Russian
Grimoire.
chef.
At your service.
Everybody knows how to
Well,
pronounce my name,
kind
except apparently me.
You're a suspect, too.
Of course, of course. Feel free to be as suspicious as you like.
I don't know, a man wielding a knife.
Harper.
How did you know
I don't know if I
mine?
would tell him that I'm
I can
suspicious of
only
him.
assume I must have read about one of your many exploits. But I think you'll find the swamp to be your greatest challenge.
He's very much in the know. What's so challenging about an old swamp? You mean this murder case? I'm sure I can handle it. I love challenge. I eat challenge for breakfast. I'd like to have some more information about the swamp.
What's so challenging about an old swamp?
The swamp itself has a history that has captured many imaginations, for better or for worse. My advice to you,
I guess in every game,
look to the past.
especially Detective Story, you need
It
some
could
kind of
be
ominous
the way
character
forward.
that's might be the most suspicious, I guess.
So...
It's usually not who you think
sit
it
in
is.
this boat all day and sell food
well,
to people?
They're supposed to be
Tourists, I
kind of
guess?
like a red herring,
Not just the tourists, but the
but
employees
it's
too.
usually not them.
To anyone who is
Because then
hungry
that would just be way
or
too
thirsty.
obvious, wouldn't it?
I know everyone's favorite foods.
What are they? Oh, and is this a real shipwreck? How did it get here?
I can't expose all the secrets of the swamp. I don't want to
What
spoil
are
your
they?
fun.
Is there a secret to this shipwreck?
No.
You just spoiled my fun.
You'll find out there are some secrets worth
I'm gonna let
keeping
them
when you've
finish
worked here
talking.
as long as I have.
Well, how long is that?
I've worked in the swamp almost as long as Mr. Remington. We knew each other for a long time.
Really? So what was his favorite food?
Mr. Remington enjoyed a specialty only I can make.
Of course he
The
did.
bog dog.
Bog
Had one
dog.
nearly every day. A real creature of habit, that one.
It looks like a hot dog.
It's similar, but I'm
Ooh, the
afraid
music
I
changed.
have to
It's much more
disappoint you.
up.
I'm not
uppity
serving
and
them
happy.
today.
Why not?
Yesterday I found this strange green powder in my entire supply.
Guess I'm out of luck today. Well, thanks for the information. You've been a real big help.
Wait, take this with you. If you get thirsty, it's the most popular drink in Boggy's Bog. Swamp juice.
Ooh,
Try
no
it.
thank you.
It looks like... It looks... Well, I'll try some later on.
It looks
You're in luck.
like the
That's my
slime
last
that was
bottle.
on the lockpick.
A lot of swamp juice has been disappearing from my stock recently.
Somebody's
I can only
been
assume I
planting
must
it
have been
somewhere.
selling
Somebody's
them
been
all.
stealing it and
But
planting
something
it.
strange happened at the cafe yesterday.
Let's see. Suddenly burst into flames, sold him a bog dog, sold him some swamp juice, was fired from their job. So somebody, because it said Richard Remington was feeling ill yesterday, or at least that's what Bobby said. So somebody must have poisoned him, right? And maybe that was the green powder that Harper found on the supplies or the hot dogs, and somebody's been stealing the swamp juice because it looks like the green slime, and they're trying to make it look like Boggy did it, which Boggy, it's a mythological creature that we're going to find out at the end of the game is actually a real guy, because that's how these little games work, right? Let's see, visited the cafe after, left the cafe after feeling ill after, was the reason that murdered the victim because left the cafe feeling ill after. Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after a bog dog. Sold him some swamp juice. Sold him a bog dog. Oh wait, so after Harper sold him a bog dog.
Richard Remington left the cafe feeling ill after Harper
It's in the trash
sold him a
can.
bog dog. Harper is basically in charge of all the food and drink here in Boggy's Bog. I'll have to ask him about this.
Challenge unlocked. Remington fell ill after leaving the cafe last night. So we're gonna talk to him
You're going
about
to
last
ask me
night.
about what I was doing last night.
I was going to. Were you going to tell me anything?
I was working here at the cafe in the evening, and I had a couple customers. Eventually they all left and I locked up and went home.
Do you lock away everything at night?
Not everything, just the storeroom over there.
You mean that little door on the
So that
side
means
of the ship?
anything
Is there anything else
in
to
the
lock?
immediate
I leave
cafe
the
is
chairs,
open.
tables, and trash can where they are. Lifting things like that is not a job for an old man.
Trash can.
Don't you
I
have
think I need
anyone
to
to
go
help you?
back and look at the trash
Mr.
can.
Remington liked to keep us down to his skeleton stuff. There simply aren't many people who would choose to work in a place like this.
A skeleton staff?
And he might have
well,
not trusted
that's
anyone.
convenient for him since...
Don't make that joke. I won't laugh.
Oh, jeez. But that might... He obviously... I feel like Remington must have been a little bit suspicious of people, right? Or at least paranoid. He has a tourist attraction in the middle of nowhere where there's not a lot of people. He doesn't have a big staff. He didn't let Vincent, the film director, come in until very recently. And that makes me suspicious. I don't like that guy. Let's see. There's nothing new about that. Let me look at this trash
Predictably, a
can.
trash can. And I just can't resist taking a look inside. The glamorous life of a detective. My favorite part of the job. Maybe there's something underneath the trash in here.
That means I get to pick all the trash up. Ooh, there's a drawing. What's this?
Hello, what's this? Just a piece of paper? Or something more sinister?
It's a drawing. Looks like designs for a boggy costume. What's going on around here? So I was right. Somebody is posing as Boggy to try to explain this murder, or to try to cover up this murder, or to make it look like Boggy did the murder. 1, 2... Okay, so I found part 5, so I'm looking for the rest of the costume. Maybe trying to put it a little bit together.
The tables and chairs are made out of parts of a ship, I think. Never really learned much about ships. Water everywhere, and not a drop to drink. Seriously,
yeah.
I'm not drinking that.
I wouldn't drink swamp water.
A shipwreck? In a swamp? Does that make any sense? And why is there a cafe growing out of the side? Grass, trees, nothing unusual.
Sometimes you gotta just make sure you click on everything out here.
Grass,
Okay.
grass. There's a wooden path built right into the shipwreck. The rope bridge leads up through those trees. Do they expect tourists to climb up there? It looks dangerous.
I wonder if I can get up there. Yes, I can. Okay. Alright, so that's the wooden path I was just on. Okay, so that's how I got here in the first place. I've already seen the woman. The water's clear here. I feel like he wouldn't point that out if it wasn't significant, right? I keep just going around. How do I get here? I gotta get here somehow.
That museum is quite a nice building, which makes... Is it... That museum is...
Maybe there's some way, I feel like there's some way I should be able to get to that clearing.
I can't... Maybe if I get...
Alright, well I'm going to end this episode here and kind of think about where I am and where I'm going with this. As always, thank you for watching our video. I'm Gracie from Steel Streams. Feel free to check the description and find part 1 of this series. I don't know how many videos are going to be in this series. I'm just going to kind of keep going until I can get to the end. Like, subscribe, share with all your friends. If you want to keep up to date with us, we also have Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can find us all there. Steel Streams, any kind of variation of that, we're on it. And thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day. Bye.